Welcome to Goyo's Garden and Tie-Dyes. I'm Greg. Alright, today we will be doing a jersey medium. This was part of the donation of clothes I got. It was brand new. It was in a 3-pack. I'm marking center on it, and I'm going to fold it in half here, just in the front. The shirt has been washed and dried, soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes or longer, and spun out in my Panda spin dryer. If you don't have one, your regular washing machine spin cycle will work just fine. So I'm going to be doing a heart pattern on this one, and it will be an ice dye heart. I'm going to pleat it up the best I can, and I don't know why I always start off with small pleats. I know I can't do them with these little stubby fingers, so then I have to undo it a little bit and make the pleats a little bit bigger. And I think I do that about every time. Then once I get going, it seems to scoot right along. Just want to follow your line the best you can. And the pleats on these, I don't know, maybe 1/2 inch tops or shorter. But on this one, we're going to be using a rubber bands on this. I don't want a bright white sinew line on this one. Especially with the ice dye, you gotta let it flow. Try to tuck it in a little bit. I can never get those ends just right. Then with the rest of it here, we're just going to scrunch it up. Oh, I guess after I throw on another rubber band. Okay. So I'm going to reach in and tuck one sleeve inside the other. I'm so glad I switched to this method. Just makes the dye spread so much easier. Just don't pack it too tight, the sleeves. It seems to work pretty good. Definitely the scrunches come out a lot better with the sleeves tucked in. Yeah, I'm using my hot water irrigation rubber bands. Are nice and stretchy. I don't want this to be too tight. I want the ice to be able to flow through it as it melts. And it's melting really quick. We're in the middle of a heat wave when I was doing this one, or several of these. All right, well, let's add some dye. Actually, let's make a building block there so the dye doesn't fall off and the ice has a place to go. I use my old dye bottles. They're filled with like pea gravel, so that I didn't move around too much, and I didn't have another small enough one to stick in here, so I'm going to pack in a little bit of foil to hold the silicone cake molds in place. All right, the first color we're doing is dragon fruit. Trying to use up the rest of my dye bottles here. And I think I need to fill in that spot a little bit more because it wants to open up. And the dye bottles, they're 8-ounce bottles, 3 teaspoons of your favorite dye, and 1/4 cup soda ash. And the next color I'm applying is Chinese red. Add a little bit more of the dragon fruit on there. Yeah, some dyes work in these bottles much better than others. Like this next one, robin's egg. Robin's egg comes out very nice in it. The finer granule ones, the powder, really fine powder, works very well. Chunky ones like turquoise, yellow is really hard to come through there. But you use the soda ash to help break it up. And the final color is glacier blue. Yeah, you had to kind of experiment to find out what colors work best. Put in some ice, but it looks like I'm going to have to put a little bit more bracing in there to hold the ice in place. Don't know why I didn't do that the first time. That ain't going to work. And a few little balled up pieces of tin foil. Actually had used some of that for covering some containers that didn't have lids on them when they were sitting out in the sun. Add a little bit more ice. It's got all over a place where it's not going to do any good. Alright, well, here it is. Yeah, see how the scrunch just fills in so much nicer with the sleeves tucked in. Here's the front. I see a little face in the middle of that heart. Not too bad, I guess. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like it, please hit like. And if you want to share it, by all means, please do. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.